What's going on, everybody? Uh, this is Spice and Wolf, episode 5, the reaction. Uh, I'm looking forward to it. We should maybe, I don't know if completely, but we should get to the somewhat conclusion of our little mini arc here. The first arc of the 24-ish episode season. So let's actually look that up and see what we have in store this time around. If you're here, thank you for supporting me on Patreon. If you see this way in the future, it might be on YouTube, and then thank you for watching. Actually, you might notice a couple of tiny little details being different over here. That's mainly because I'm probably going to be moving soon. Um, yeah, but without any further ado, let's get this started. Spice and Wolf episode 5 starts in a 3, a 2, a 1. Oh, and we are in confinement. Of course we are. That should be enough. And she has discovered who it is, but we're not gonna find out, right? This is gonna skip to intro. She is shocked. Mm, mm, mm. I think I talked about this before. I really like the anime so far, though I have to say, like, the old series has a couple of charms that this one doesn't have, right? It has its unique style. It has its very, very unique feeling that you have going in. And this one kind of displays like the spice and wolf feeling, right? The atmosphere, but at the same time, it doesn't have the same feeling that the old series had. I've talked to a couple of people about this, and some of them actually seem to have the opinion that the old one is their favorite, right? It feels better to them so far. And I've heard other voices who have said the new one is really great. I don't really have a preference. I haven't heard anyone say like they prefer the new one, but then again, the new one's pretty fresh. We only 5 episodes in, so Wolf incarnate and obedient lamb. The incarnate wolf. And here we are at the topic. So what is the consequences for the company? Hmm. Oh, and here we have the obedient lamb, like in first minute. Hmm. Yeah, but fleeing might be the best choice. Risky though for her. Yeah, but you gotta think about this, where she can possibly flee. I mean, obviously, Church has connections, so that might be the problem of, like he said, this being in another town. And the royal family might be involved. Hmm. Yeah. They risk huge loss of reputation, especially in the other countries and whatnot. And this is how the company profits. Hmm. Hmm. Ooh. Yeah. And we have reputation going in there. They will protect them. This is highly risky, right? It depends on. But our profits are less than. But you legitimize Medio, right? In the process. He's just making his appeal because he wants to save her, obviously. And they wanted to buy it from them. Hmm. Or they believe they don't. Right. Now he's putting on the pressure. Mm, yeah. Yeah, it just needs to be an approximate thing. Confidence. Yeah. Big things. They have their spies everywhere. Yeah. All right. So how do we do this? How do we set it up? I do remember something about the sewers, and we've seen sewers in like passwords and key phrases. Alright. Our stops coming up. Alright. Yeah. Don't hesitate. Go. Time's wasting. And they're off. Yeah, those are sewers though, right? And they're using that. Gotta get the idea from someone. I guess they got it from the church. And they are doing the stealing, right? He's not doing it. He's waiting, right, to get away with her. Like they're the ones in charge here. Because they know the city better. They have their networks. Very interesting how all of these shots are like washed out a little bit. We do have more clear defined shots as well, but some of them are like washed out, like it's the atmosphere of like the morning getting into that. I don't dislike the old painting look. You're nervous. Makes sense, right? This is somebody who you might have gotten to know only recently, but somebody who you're very close to, especially as somebody who doesn't have that many close connections as a person. Not a surprise that your heart is trembling and your leg is trembling. And it worked. She doesn't seem too happy. They did imagine that a little bit differently, right? This little cove in that big room. It is indeed. Don't see that every day. Obviously, they wouldn't be in on it. Alright, now they're alone, right? We're one on one. How's she gonna act? The tail? Why have you? And did somebody else came, right? Again, different worlds. I can imagine. Very clear words. And with those fangs. Yeah, and that's the point. Yes, I was right. In the original series, it was a girl. Yare. Not in the light novel, but you know. We don't need you anymore. Was he? Oh, okay. No, this was. Mm, spite, ignorance. Ah, it's so interesting. People acting like they know everything, not understanding at all, assuming the worst from the get go, right? Sometimes we do. A lot of humans do. He's trying to cheer up. I think that's really nice. Mm, she's too good. She's too good. He can't do it. Irmdot. Yeah, yeah, the one who is responsible for the village, right? The shrewd guy. She's a bit more playful in this remake, I feel, but I don't dislike it. We have the banter, but then we have the honesty. He can't handle the flirting, but he's getting used to it. Alright, yeah, Ray sees that. They're searching, they're searching. Alright, they're gonna follow. And he's under pressure, right? Because he promised them profits. Nah, it's still not done. Wow. They're really leaving themselves the time to do it. I've not watched I've not watched the old series in a long time, so I don't have a sense for when which arc ends and what exactly specifically happened in those. And it's been a long time since I read the books as well, so there's that, right? I already like the the picture book style that we have here. I like that in the old series as well. We see in that moment. Really fascinating how interesting you can make a series with such a simple concept, right? Unreasonable God. Well, very very cool. All right, I'll see you guys in the review if you haven't already seen it. um, thanks for the support and see you soon.